Afternoon, boys and girls, hope you're all well. Well, we're looking at going off again. There's a lot of wind today, that's 20 gusting to 32, and there is a lot of wind. We had to wait for the ebb to come through because when that was flooding, that was wind against tide, and that was bloody horrible. But you can see there's a bit of a roll in the water, and we definitely won't be going to the south because that's be horrible round there with southerly wind, so we're going to go down to the north, but we can't go in the deep water. We're going to have to stay tucked in underneath the cliffs there and the old shallow stuff. We might not get nothing, but I'd rather go and not get nothing than not go at all. But we might be able to sneak out a few fish there, but you can just slip underneath them cliffs at Cally and Hemsby there, get out of the wind, and it ain't too bad, especially with a net hauler. I've hardly used my dad's boat this year because of all the wind. Well, I better go and get the boat ready, especially now it's starting to rain. Well, we just launched. We didn't launch our usual space. We drove further to the north with the tractor. That was very bumpy on that corner. There's a good southerly roll, 3 or 4 foot. I think actually having 4 foot on the charts. 4 foot roll in the water. So it's a bit lumpy there. Just the old boy hanging on in the sea. I didn't want that. So we drove along the beach to the old chap's launching spot. Must have a quarter mile along the beach. A lot calmer, a lot nicer, safer. So just launched in there, and now here we are. Just tying up the ropes, being a good boy. We're just heading half a mile along the beach here. We're just going to shoot inside. I think that'll put me very nicely distance off. So we'll see when we get there, eh? Well, it's time to get the gear ready. Well, today, that'll be the monos. We're in shallow water today, so we want the monos over it. Like 25 foot of water, so we can't have no deep gear. That's all done and dusted, the 2 downs tied on. We're looking at loads of fish here, but there's odd drib and drab. Let's hope they're not bloody whitens. Well, it's now time to shoot. All we're shooting is 8 monos, 2 1/8 mesh. Ready when you are, Dad? Oh, these are surface nets. Really in like 25 foot of water, so you can't put nothing deep in here. There's a good safe westerly breeze. So I've got a good bit of angle on it. A good roll in the water, I keep knocking the bow round. Getting low, is it? Last net? Isn't it?
Yeah, that way, yeah.
Oh, it is.
You want to hang on to this?
Yeah. That's the last net, that is, the one with the red and white corks. Well, they're all shot away. I don't know if we're going to hang on or not, depending on what this wind do. It might blow us around too bloody quick. Well, even though we're in a steady lot of fish coming through here, obviously our nets only go down to about 16 foot, so anything above that line should be okay. But there's a few fish going through there, not quite deep water, but there's still a few fish. So obviously we can't go off there today in this wind. That doesn't look too bad, do it? Time will tell. Well, obviously cams doesn't show much of the swell and stuff. That look lovely on here, but there's a good roll in the water. But the good thing is there's plenty of colour into it. It's hardly Costa del Caister, is it? It's like thick brown mud, just how we want it. There's a lot of cormorants coming through here. They're bloody everywhere, them cormorants. They don't do these whole freshwater fisheries very good. So luckily they're at sea. But the nets are fishing lovely. These are just surface nets, fish 16 foot deep. They do hold them big herring a lot better than them nylons. Them nylons only 2 inch, while these are 2 1/8. So they hold them better. And obviously being nylon, mono, they're thinner, so they cut in better. So they nip the fish more. As the old chap saying when we were hauling the other day, there's quite a lot of them big herring falling out, what ain't very good. I reckon about 15%, 10-15% of them big herring were falling out. There's quite a few. But that's what it is. Really want some slightly bigger nylons, but for how often we use them, that probably ain't worth it. But then again, everything seems to be changing, that might be worth investing in a few. Well, there's plenty of fish showing on the old, well, a few fish showing on the sounder, so I'll have a little look, see what they're doing. You know, you get food boxes at the beginning of the week. Fishing quite well, isn't they? Go on, Aaron, spin up. Let's see it for you. Let's hope they're not bloody old ones. Not super, are we? Oh, this isn't looking good, is it? This isn't looking good at all. Is it? Bloody wee new fish. Oh, that's very disappointing. Well, now I've got to change of plan. Because there's nothing in them, I'm just going to trickle a few of these deeper nets over on top. Let them go out, blow out with the wind. Until you start biting, they seem to go out. They're bloody underneath again, they are, aren't they? There's a few fish a lot deeper. Keep the bar right more on the oar. Wind on the beam. Yeah. we'll just continue trickling them out. Well, we now trickled them other 6 deep nets out. So now we've got 14 nets, 8 mono surface nets, and then 6 of these deep sunk nylons. Got a little bit around, see the straight in there, the down, they got a little bit round with the tide, but not too bad. Obviously we drifted them out with the wind, so they're obviously going to be set at a safe westerly direction. But you look on here now in this deeper water, there's a lot more fish like around the old 30-foot mark instead of at 15, so let's see what we'll get it through. Well, look to me, a lot of weeds turned up. You see all that crap in the bottom there, all them dots, that's all them blue specks, all bloody weed, tons of it. That's not what we want. There's a few herring coming through there at 20 foot. Go on, spin us up a few more. There's been a lot showing. But then again, I don't think there's ever that good herring fishing in the wind, but we had to come. Just looking at the forecast tomorrow. Well, we better start hauling. There's a big old wreck coming up here soon, and we don't want to haul into that bloody thing. That's a huge wreck, about 200 foot long. We don't know what's in them, but we're just going to run them. Just run the gear straight in the boat. Bloody lovely drift, really, haven't we? Oh, good pulling this wind. Nice on a bite. Slack here and then. This here for the time being. That better give you a bit of slack. It's always to do lately, haul with a hauler. I don't know if there's anything in them, we haven't looked. Oh look, plenty of bloody weed, that's for certain. This isn't looking good, is it? We could have hauled them by hand, but because we're coming up to this wreck pretty sharpish, we need to get these in. We're about half a mile from a wreck. Oh, this is the herring, Yowie! Bloody crab. One of them horrible velvet swimmers. Vicious horrible bloody things they are. They look like fish there, don't they? But oh, them small ones, I don't know. I think they're sprats. That wouldn't surprise me. All we got on these nets are bloody weed. We don't know how furry critters here, is there? No, that's weird. So much is a great idea of putting these over. Look.
The other ones might be the same as well.
Look, plenty of fish showing on the plotter still, isn't there?
Right.
Must be, do you reckon? Well, something is going right through.
Here comes Aaron.
Bloody hell! First Aaron. That's the old boy on the beach. Asked some Aaron, did he? Jinxed us. He said he wants 60 or 7.
How many?
60 or 70, there's a little white in there. Another Aaron. Did you put it? That's 2 Aaron, need a lot more to get a box full. Hey! Oh! Top of it. Another one! I think we were holding the nets up on this end.
Right, yes.
What's that?
Made up of good girls.
No. Look like it, do it. What's that? Look like it. I wonder what was going on. Oh, we get harder all. Oh, I'm struggling to pull. You've got to let me lead a little bit. I can't. You little skinny bugger. You've got to let me lead or get hard work. You pull the lint out of your hands. Hell of a bite here, isn't it?
Star, isn't it?
Yeah. Hello, Whiting. I think that's worth shooting him again, do you?
Not very enthusiastic.
Very poor. Oh, I was gagging to get it through, Aaron.
Where's this Gavin gone?
I don't know, I sent him a message. I don't know if it's gone or not. They don't normally go late, do they? Look, there's plenty of weed in the gear. That's for certain. Oh yeah, did Mum like your heron?
Oh, we never had them, you know?
But you never had them.
Really?
Why?
Don't get what bloody happened.
Oh yeah, Mum was talking about getting one of these silly little ninja smoking grills. I don't think they're worth getting personally.
One of them Bradley ones.
I wouldn't bother. Why would you want to do that for? That's a lovely white, isn't it? I imagine they're quite expensive on them briquettes. I've been told they're expensive. A little basset, oh yeah, there. A little basset.
Second-hand one to say there. Got the briquette mould with it. Make your own briquette with it. Well, that's two people.
You didn't need nothing special. I think it's a lot of money for nothing. I definitely wouldn't spend 600 quid on one, that's for certain. Few whitens. Yeah. A lot of fish was there. I thought we'd get more on this than you. Oh, Aaron. Can't even blame the seals, can we? Another arrow. Well, at least we tried anyway.
Really come to the woods with it.
Yeah. I had 2 lots of heron last time we went, and then I had the 3rd lot of the ferrets. Well, there's just the odd white and the odd heron in there. Not a lot of anything.
That's got to be both sorts of crap, isn't it?
Yeah, they got to be
But you
sprats.
normally put the crap to in, wouldn't you?
Yeah. You think, especially hauling at this speed, you'll have to nip the mesh a bit more, wouldn't you? Unbelievable. I gotta admit, I am disappointed. Next day, look, Wednesday, doesn't it? That's a lot of wind, isn't it? That's a lovely crack of whiting. Did you get a few nice whitings for your tea? A lot of weed in the gear, isn't there? What's that? Oh, little bitty white. Must be sprats, mustn't it? A small heron, but like you say, there's a lot of sprats there. You only pull up 1 or 2, don't you? First double net coming. Why do you want one of them swoopers for then? But they're hot smokes, aren't they? A lot of it, aren't they? So all you need is one of them little maze things, little metal maze that you put sawdust in, and just a plastic box or even a little plywood box. You ain't got to do all that what you think about, Dad. 4 foot tall, a 2 foot 2 foot box will be plenty big enough for what you want. Find one of them hot and cold smokes is a good way of spending 600 quid, I think. Christ, if you want one that bad, I'll fire my smoke rate up. Do enough in one night to last you all year. How did that work out? Well, you don't ever want to keep them selected large, do you, very often? And that's that.
Very disappointing.
It was, wasn't it? But well, that was really disappointing, wasn't it? Thought I got a little tiny weather window, a lot of breeze, had to stay inside, and he got enough air in the tea and a few whitings, the old chap's tea. There wasn't a lot there, was there? Really disappointing. Thought we'd cover our options, shooting some shallow gear and some deep gear. I looked at a few fish on the sounder, but there must be a few sprats turned up, because they certainly weren't herring. Or if they was, they were small and gone straight through the gear. Well, we're now motoring them against the tide, now gone past Emsby. We shot at Cali and nearly got as far as Winterden. We're now motoring back. Hopefully we'll get them and get ashore just before it gets dark. Can't see on the camera, it's now starting to get dark and then we're now going to go ashore. Bloody disappointing that was. I got the old lights on, the old red over white. Should really turn them out really. They're not fished anymore, but hey, we got another 300 or 400 yards to the beach. Very disappointing. God, really. Well, boat's back on the trailer, ready to go. Ropes and chains are on. The old man's sitting pretty, having a flask of coffee. Time to go home. Just got to go and run the nets over, put them back in the bins to take the few fish out of them. But bloody typically, that wind's dropped right away. The forecast says it ease off a little bit, but it's still been blowing. If I'd have known now, I'd have run out a mile or so and see if we've got some more out in that deep water. Bloody kicking myself now for not doing it. I suppose that's sod's law, is how we're doing it. Well, that was a bit unfortunate. We ended up about 20 herring, like the same amount of whiting, and one little dab. Very disappointing. Well, hopefully we'll be able to go the next couple of days. And typically that wind's eased off, so we could have gone outside in the end, but you can't predict the future. Okay, boys and girls, thanks for watching. Catch you later. Bye.